Hi everyone, my name is Talese Hunt. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a really gentle movement and breathing focused workout. So I want to remind you, please take this at your own pace. Feel free to take breaks. You can push pause and come back later. And you don't need to do everything that I suggest. So please follow the advice of your medical professionals and also listen to what your own body is asking for today. So today I'll be using a chair. Please be sure your chair is sturdy enough that you can move your body a little bit. Again, this will be very gentle, easing back into some movement and breathing. Also be sure that you have some water. All right, everyone, let's do some gentle strengthening for your legs. So we're still on our chair. Let's sit right towards the edge of it. Now, this is where I want to encourage you to have something to hold on to. So if you feel like maybe your balance isn't very good or you're getting a little bit dizzy or lightheaded, be sure that you have something that you can hold on to. So we're sitting at the front edge of our chair, sitting up nice and tall. And let's find again that crease at the front of our hips. So we're trying to lean forward from the front of that crease. And then we'll come back to just sitting upright. So we lean forward from the front of the crease and then come back to upright. Now let's lift the arms up if you can. We'll reach forward, keeping those arms up, and then come back to sitting upright. Now I'm going to bring my feet a little bit closer to me and we're going to see if we can stand up. Start by just hovering your hips off the seat about 1 inch. Just barely feel your butt lift up. So I'm leaning forward. See if you can keep your back straight. Feel a little more weight on your feet. And now can you just barely lift your hips off the chair and then come back and sit up tall. Okay, so feel free to make any adjustments you need to. Let's lean forward. See if you can keep your back as straight as a board, as much as you can. Push your feet into the floor. Reach those arms further forward. It will help you. Just lift your hips an inch or two and then sit back down. Now this is the hardest part of standing up, right? Most of us can use momentum and stand right up. This is really using our control and strength. So feel your body weight go into your feet. Your whole foot, push that into the floor, lift the hips up. Maybe we come up 6 inches this time, and then as much control as you can as you come back down. Can we try about 5 more of these before we stand all the way up? Now, even if you're just thinking of lifting your hips, but you're not quite lifting, that's okay. You're building strength that way as well. So try to just feel the backs of your legs pressing down towards the floor. Lift those hips if you can, and then slowly sit back down. And you can always lower your arms if they need a break. Hands could be on your hips. They could be close in front of your chest here, like a prayer position. Can we try just 2 more of these? So reaching the arms forward does help you out a little bit. It adds a little bit of body weight coming forward, and that's where you might want to grab onto maybe your kitchen counter or a wall, something that will help you a little bit. That's a great way to get started. I am going to get ready to stand all the way up on this next one. Take it at your own pace. And let's stand all the way up. I'm going to reach my arms all the way overhead and then circle the arms out to the side. Reach the arms to the front. Now let's sit slowly back down. So send your hips backwards to find the chair, bend the knees. And with as much control as you can, slowly sit back down onto that chair and sit up tall. Let's do another big arm circle. Reach up and overhead. Now reach the arms in front. Lean forward, keeping your back as straight as a board. Press your feet down into the floor. And slowly stand all the way up. Arms reach all the way up. Circle them out to the side and down. Reach the bottom of your butt cheeks back. Bend the knees. Finding as much control as you can today. Slowly sit down, arms reach up and overhead, back out to the sky, out to the side and down. Reach those arms front, lean forward. Lift the hips up, stand all the way up. Arms reach overhead, out to the side and down. And then send those hips back, bend your knees. with as much control as you can. Sit down. Let's try that just one more time, and then we'll add a final challenge. So circling the arms to the front, reach front, lean forward, press your feet down into the floor, stand up nice and tall, reach those arms out to the side. Whew, I can feel that in my shoulders. Now let's try to just hold a squat. This is where if you need a little help, be sure you have something to hold on to. You could even just bring your chair around in front and hold on to that. So find a place that feels like you can hold for a moment. We're gonna bend our knees, reach your hip bones back behind you, think chest forward, hips back, really straight spine, and let's stay here for a moment. Now can you just breathe? Try to send your air into those low ribs. And then close the ribs together as you breathe out. Let's do 2 more deep breaths here, just holding. So this is isometric hold, when we're just holding an amount of resistance. But it's a great way to build strength when you're coming back from an injury or an illness. Let's stand all the way back up this time. So rather than sitting down, stand up. If you need to take a break, please do, sit down. We're gonna try that one more time. We'll add some movement in our feet. So find a place again that you feel like you can hold. So if that's here today, that's great. You might just bend your knees a little bit, but find a place that feels good to you, a place that you can still breathe and there's no pain. Now see if you can just lift one heel off the floor and then slowly set it back down, and then the other heel off the floor and slowly set it back down. Try to keep alternating sides. And again, see if you can make it as smooth as possible. How smooth can you make the movement? And it's okay if you're feeling really shaky in your ankles, that's very normal. Now, if you're feeling great and you're like, I am ready for more challenge, this is where you could try lifting both heels at the same time. And it might be really small at first. It might feel very unstable. You might lose your balance a little bit, that's okay. That's where it's good to have something to hold on to. Let's try just 4 more. And if you're alternating, be sure that you even it up on each side. If you're feeling good, you might try to sink your hips just a little bit deeper. Here's my last one. And then let's again stand all the way up. A big stretch of the arms over the head. Let's add a little side stretch. So reaching the left arm down to your side. Reach that right arm a little bit further up to the sky. And then slowly come back up, both arms overhead. Right arm down towards your right pinky toe. Left arm up towards the sky. Coming back up. Let's allow the arms to just float down, maybe circling out the wrists. Let's just wiggle. Let yourself shake it out. Whatever feels good. And then very nice, gentle, let's sit down and we'll end with a little bit of stretching for your neck. So sit however is comfortable. Think about growing a little bit taller and then gently let your left ear tilt over towards your left shoulder. Stay here and take some gentle breaths low into those ribs. And so we're really just allowing gravity to lengthen out that right side of your neck. Let's try adding some small circles through the right shoulder. So just barely lifting up the shoulder and then circling it backwards and then down into the front. And then go the other way. So this is really nice to help loosen up tension in the neck. And then let's gently come back to the center and go the other way. So tilting the right ear towards the right shoulder. Try to, again, just gently breathe into the low ribs. And when you feel ready, small circles through the left shoulder can help loosen up tension that we've been holding in the front of the chest, the front of the shoulder. even in your jaw. So see if you can just let any of that go. Gently coming back to the center. Just take a few shoulder rolls here again to let go of any tension that you might still be feeling there. And then go the other direction, up and forward. Okay, a few last stretches. Just gently turn your head to the left and to the right. See if you can think about your head being right in the center of your chest, from front to back, and from side to side. When you're even on both sides, let's find the center. And then one last movement here. Gently lower your chin towards your chest. Feel the back side of your neck lengthen. So it's like the very bottom of your head in the back is gently lifting off of your spine. And then let's do the opposite really slowly. Control how far back your head goes, but just gently lift your chin. See if you can keep the wrinkles out of the back side of your neck. So we're not allowing the head to just drop all the way to the back. We're in control of how far we allow our head to move. And this is just a really nice way to loosen up all the deep muscles in the neck. You know, they help us breathe, especially when our diaphragm is not working very well. And so they can get really tight when we've had a respiratory illness. This is my last one. And then I'm just going to find the center. And let's finish with a few deep breaths again. So if you find it helpful, place your hands around the bottom of the ribs. Feel free to close your eyes. If you'd rather do this lying down, find a position that feels comfortable for you. And send a gentle breath into your hands, breathing out at your own pace. As you take about 5 more gentle breaths, see if you can just let go of any more tension that you might be feeling around your eyes, in your scalp, your jaw, your hips, your neck and shoulders. Take one final breath out. And then allow your eyes to open whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me. Great work today. I hope you enjoyed this gentle movement and breath-focused workout. I'm Talese Hunt, and I hope I'll see you again soon.